Welcome to my clubhouse. My name is Sally Colón, and I'm super excited for my guest today because she's not just drop dead gorgeous, but she's so brilliant mind. She is the founder and CEO of The Giving Keys. She's a two-time author and two-time TEDx speaker. Please help me welcome Ms. Caitlin Crosby. Yeah, I'm so glad that you're here.
Thank you for having me.
When I put this show together, in my mind, I was like, who are some of the people I want on my show that I enjoy, that I like, that I think are brilliant people? And you were on my list.
Aw.
And then we saw each other recently at the Dream Center event, and you came up to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, there she is. So we met at Tim Story's Bible study, and I'm just glad to know you.
You too.
Thank you.
For having me. You're such good people, and I love just spreading good content and energy into the world, so this is a treat.
This is a treat, thank you. So you started the company, The Giving Keys. What was the impetus for that company?
Yeah, so I grew up in Los Angeles in entertainment, and I was doing music and songwriting and touring and acting and all that jazz, which is great, and I loved writing, but I always loved writing songs about issues in the world, whether it be homelessness or the issue of addiction that I would see growing up here and just all those different fun topics. And then one day I was at a locksmith and the person in front of me got numbers engraved for their apartment. And I said, ooh, do you have letters? And my album at the time was called Flaws. So I said, can you engrave Love Your Flaws on this key? And then I saw all these old used keys on the side. I said, ooh, while you're at it, can you do hope, love, faith, dream, believe, fearless? So the locksmith engraved those words on different keys that I bought, made jewelry out of them, started selling them on tour at the merchandise tables. They started selling out more than my CDs. So I was like, okay, well, thanks for coming to my show, buying these freaking key necklaces. But I knew people were really resonating with the words. Yeah. So came up with a pay it forward concept. So get a word that you need, own your word, strength, believe, fearless, grace, and then pass it on. Pay it forward to somebody you feel needs it more than you. And then people started writing me on MySpace at the time, which proves we're the OGs. Yeah. MySpace, OGs. So people started writing, so-and-so was about to commit suicide. I gave them my key. So-and-so is going through a divorce. Gave them my key.
Amazing.
So-and-so's going through, chemo or eating disorder, or this or that or whatever. Gave them my key. So I was like, I need to make a website to store these stories because these keys are literally changing people's lives in these really special, profound ways. So I made a website, but I knew I wanted the money to go to some sort of charity. Waited for the missing link for a year. One day I left church and I saw this young couple that were living in a dumpster in a cardboard box. Fell in love with them, took them to dinner, had my aha moment to pay them to engrave the keys.
That's
and then
incredible.
They started saving up enough money and got their own apartment. And 15 years later, here we are.
Here we are.
14 years later.
Yeah. And that started with you helping other homeless people go in and do the keys and giving them work as well, right?
Yes, because the first couple could not, obviously, after a while, they couldn't keep up with the orders. And when we were in Nordstrom and Worldwide, Starbucks, Bloomingdale's, everywhere, thousands of boutiques all over the world, they couldn't keep up, and online, obviously, as well. So then we started. It was a long process to find a scalable option of how to do our employment, system. So at first it was me going up to more people that were experiencing homelessness on the street, and that was obviously not sustainable or scalable or safe. Yeah. So started partnering up with transitional homes and nonprofits, and they would start screening people to make sure we were hiring people that were really ready and had, social workers and case managers and a system in place. And so, and then fast forward, we ended up hiring over 150 people that were trying to transition out of homelessness to engrave all the keys.
Incredible. That had to be super gratifying.
Yes, it was.
You changed your lives because of an idea that came to you, right? Yeah. That wasn't even expected. It was just like a download is what I like to call it. Yeah. It's similar, and I think this is why you and I, have like our souls connect. Yeah. It's the same as like when I did a film and I got emails, and it's you don't know who's paying attention until you get that email or that DM that says you changed my life. Yeah. Did the Giving Keys become popular after Oprah discovered it, or were you already doing really well before Oprah came in?
Yeah, we were already doing really well in a lot of stores. And I think the way that we made the Oprah list was because I was on the Steve Harvey show in Chicago, or I think
when he was there.
Yeah, and as Harvey's Hero thing he did. And I think one of the producers from Oprah saw that show and then asked us to be on the O list. And then after that, maybe a year or so later, I got an email saying that she's doing a thing called the Super Soul 100. So, she has her Super Soul shows.
Sunday,
Super
Super Soul
Sunday.
Sunday. Say that a lot of times.
So she wanted to do a Super Soul 100 where she chose the 100 top people that she wanted to help carry on their vision, that she felt kind of represented her kind of heart and everything that she wanted to spread into the world. So, and some of the people had already been guests on her show, and so that was definitely a cherry on top. But it was already going, and that led to other great opportunities and open doors and legitimacy. I think.
Absolutely. I feel like when Oprah puts her hands on anything, Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, all the different people, and authors that she featured, that all of a sudden became like super popular. It's like the O effect, we should call that. So when you walked into Oprah's office for the first time, what was the energy like in the room?
I think everybody was trembling and trying to find somebody that they knew, so we're not just all staring. And I did have a few other friends that were on the O list or the top 100. So I would just, hey, I was like, can I sit with you? Because I'm nervous. They're like, I'm nervous too. And they were like, can we take a picture of each other? Like, stand next to each other.
So you met Oprah and
she was just normal. And she was eating her deviled eggs. And I remember Stedman, her boyfriend, came in with his tracksuit. Like,
I love Stedman.
Yeah, he's so cool and he's tall and cute. And someone said, like, one of the producers was like, okay, Oprah, it's time to say something or do something. And she goes, really? I just took a bite of my deviled egg. Come on.
I love her.
And just seeing her be like a normal person eating was nice.
And you told the story about meeting her for the first time. What was that like?
Yeah, so I went up to her, and I think I just had assumed that she didn't choose me, that her team chose
the producers and stuff.
Me. Yeah, so I went up when it was my turn to do this little photo shoot thing with her. And we were kind of waiting in a line. It was my turn. I went up to her. I was like, hi, I'm Caitlin Crosby, the founder of the Giving Keys. And she's like, I know who you are. And like, I chose you to I was like, oh, okay. Hey. Yeah. And then when she put her hand on my belly for one of our pictures, and I feel like my little boy, his name's Brave, by the way, which is a word on our Giving Keys. Yeah. I felt like, I was like, oh, Brave is blessed forever. It's basically like the Pope. Like a Pope blessing, but an Oprah blessing on Brave. So I was like, he's special forever.
He's special.
He has
forever.
the Oprah blessing.
I love it.
You have the Oprah womb blessing. We should trademark that.
We should trademark that. Okay, can you guys make sure that's not taken?
Copyright.
Okay, so you have a couple of books out. So you're also an author. One of them is Every Word Matters. Love that title. And the other one is You Are the Key. What was the inspiration for your books?
So the first one, You Are the Key, Turning Imperfection into Purpose. That's just when it's more of a memoir, and that's the one I love the most because it's my heart and my soul and kind
of
my
your third
whole
child.
Yeah, my whole life story, and it was like therapy writing it, and I love it, and I just everything about that, the issue of taking all the things that make us in our messiness, imperfection, and creativity, and that's the stuff that makes us special, whether it's our the marketing emails that we're able to write because of what we've been through and the vision that we have to help people. Oftentimes it's because of an injustice you've gone through in your life or an injustice you see in your community or whatever, and turning all of that into your kind of backwards business plan, because I think a lot of people want to have a business plan, but they you can go to college, which is great, and you have your business plan, but it's like, or if they want to add, a charitable component, it's like, okay, but do you really care about the thing, or are you just trying to add to the bottom line or go with the trends and fitting into this business plan box? But to think outside of the box and to really see what's going on in the world and let your heart break for it and genuinely have like a bleeding, empathetic heart for what's going on in the world, and then using your business or your vision or your idea or your creativity to give back because you genuinely care. I feel like customers can smell
that
when you're authentic or not, or when the business is like, and I think that's why people really resonated with the Giving Keys, because the consumers could smell, like they felt the heart behind it, that they wanted a part of it.
And your spirit, of course. And I can feel that even now on the couch. So you, obviously the Giving Keys is your baby, right? Plus you have 2 babies. You have a little girl, 3 years old.
Yes, I have a little girl named Love.
Her name is Love?
Yes.
And Brave. How old is your boy?
He's 6.
So you have a 6-year-old boy named Brave and a 3-year-old girl named Love.
Yes, and which ties into the second book, Every Word Matters, and every chapter is a different word. So we have love, we have brave, we have strength, faith, believe, so and it's like a deep dive into each one of these words. And then journal prompts at the end. But that's why I wanted to name my kids these names, because what's better than these words?
So wait, if you have a 3rd and 4th child?
I'm 40 now, so I don't know if it's gonna happen.
You might be done, but that's okay. I have 2. 2's plenty.
Yeah, I'm good.
Trust me.
I'm good. And I'm a single mom now, so I'm like maxed.
Right, exactly, which I wanted to get a little bit into that. Yeah. You know, you are a single mom. I'm also a single mom.
Cheers.
Let's go. Let's go.
Does anyone have a wine?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like we should have a toast right now.
Some wine.
To all the single moms, we're with you right here.
Yeah.
So you were married.
Yes.
How many years were you married?
Almost 7 years.
Almost 7.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit? How much can you tell us?
Sure. Okay. Well, okay. Okay. Basically,
don't get in trouble. I don't need no attorneys calling me. But how deep can you go?
I was just talking to one literally outside. Oh wow. Literally, I was like, I have to go. But I was like, this is such good information.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's been.
Has it been tough?
Oh gosh, I mean, it's definitely not what I wanted at all. So I feel it's a huge lesson in surrendering and acceptance. And actually, one of our Giving Keys is the Serenity Prayer, which I have to daily say, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, and the courage to change the things I can.
That's right. And
the wisdom to know the difference. So I've been stuck on not feeling like I can't accept it because it's not what I want, and mostly just how it affects the kids. But I'm doing all the work I possibly can to try and accept it and surrender to this is what life is going to look like right now, and knowing that I'm doing everything I can to take care of them during the process.
I will tell you, just based on someone who's gone, I'm on the other side, right? This, where you're at right now, is the tough part. Being on the other side, it is a peaceful place, but what I've learned, just unsolicited for me, it is really about the kids.
Yes.
It's like, how do we keep them in a peaceful place? Right. Because the trauma of divorce, they're already feeling that, even at this age. My girls were 9 and 10. I didn't know how much they understood until they got a little bit older and were able to talk about it.
Well, I just started a Instagram with my friend who's also a single mom called Single Mom Edit. And we post little funny things. And today I posted a video that I thought was really funny in the bath. And I had like a facial mask on and like a candle and Epsom salt that said like relief on it. Yes. And I was like, tips for tips for where to be when you have to pay a mediator, when you already paid an attorney thousands of dollars. And it's like, and then the caption was like, yeah, you should be here. Do it from here. Like, in the bath with the mask on.
Peaceful with the candles.
I should have added wine. Again, we were missing the wine. But yes, definitely. We actually co-parent really well.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
And we do all the, drop-offs and pickups a lot of times together, and baseball and hip-hop and dance class and soccer. Good. Like, we're at all the things together. So we pretend like we're best friends.
Good.
And I was like, oh, yeah, Daddy and I mean, it's not true, but I say it for the kids. I'm like, we just decided we're better as best friends than married,
Do you say it in that voice?
Yes, exactly like that. Yeah, and I was like, we're just best friends.
We're just best friends.
Love living in separate beds.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, or something like that.
So good. Well, I'm glad to hear that at least that part is good.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So moving on from that. So tell me about...
And dating has been fun. That's another.
Oh,
so I
wasn't even going to go there because I wasn't sure you were ready.
Oh yeah,
for that.
That's fine.
Oh well, let's talk about it, girl.
Okay, that is horrible.
Yes.
But it's like looking at the bright side. The bright side is I have used all the kind of trauma and heartache and hardship that, I need to really have those, the inspirational quotes and these words. I need Giving Keys now more than ever.
Yeah. So because you went into the dating thing, we're going to have a really quick game called the red flag game.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to talk, are you on the apps yet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to talk about a few red flags which ones are you on?
I'm on Raya and Hinge. But Hinge, I'm like, ugh.
Do you like Bumble?
I don't like Raya either.
Well, I'll just tell you that Bumble for me is better than Hinge.
Okay.
I'm off all the apps now because I just couldn't, I'm done. I
want someone, can someone video this from my phone too?
Yes.
Can I give it to someone? Because it's not on, but because this is going to be good. I don't even know what this is, but okay.
All right, so we're just gonna, think of a red flag in your mind, something that has happened possibly in your dating adventures on the apps. Okay, so
this is a red flag game just about dating?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun.
So
I'm so
excited. Put up a red flag if you're at a very fancy dinner with a gentleman that you're interested in. Mm-hmm. Your napkin falls on the ground and he doesn't pick it up and put it back on your lap.
I don't think that's a red flag.
I think it's a total red flag. Okay.
But
no, if you don't, that's cool. All right, put up a red flag if you're on a date and the check comes and he leaves
it's already up. It's already up. No, thank you. Bye. Gotta go.
And he leaves it on the table the whole rest of the time you guys are eating.
No.
Red flag, right?
No.
Red flag. All right. Okay, give me a red flag.
Oh, like a question?
One of the ones that you've dealt with.
Okay. Who's gonna be watching this? Okay. Someone else that was dating that says name calling to like someone in a car or something. I'm like, I don't like that you just called that person.
I don't like that. When they're not nice, to the waiter, the different people. No. Yeah. What about guys that you're on a first date and they're talking the whole time, they don't ask one question about you?
Oh yeah, no. Bye.
Bye-bye.
You have good questions. I have a lot of red flags. I feel embarrassed to say them because I feel like if someone is watching, they would be like,
no, girl, they're gone. They're out of picture. No,
but I'm still friends with the people that I've dated. Like one of them would be, I'm just going to say it. I won't post this on my personal page though.
Okay.
But I was dating this one guy. He was really cute. And then I walked into his house and it was like, dirty. Oh, are you a hoarder? Yeah, it was bad. I was like, oh God.
No hoarders, please.
I feel like we have, has to be some psychological problems.
Yes.
When there's just everywhere.
What if the guy is not a good kisser?
Yeah, no. But I don't think I've had a bad kisser.
I've had a couple.
Yeah.
It's bad. I don't like that. Listen, if he doesn't even know how to kiss, he ain't going any further.
Yeah, no.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't think I feel like I would energetically not even kiss a guy that would be a bad kisser. So I haven't even gotten that far. I don't think I've been with a bad kisser.
You haven't. I'm okay with all categories. I want to get to know them for who they are.
Yeah,
Period.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, so let me just make sure
as long
that
as they treat you well and are good for your heart, your soul, and they respect you.
And they treat your kids well,
too. And so
the
guy that I was dating, he was so good for my self-esteem because I feel like it wasn't in a great place. And so because of everything that had happened, so now I feel like, I'm like, okay, I could totally be with him. It's just he had a few things that were a little off.
Yeah. Who inspires you?
Her name is Rebecca Packer, and she has 2 kids. She works full time. She has a mom that she takes care of. Her mom has I think MS and is a wheelchair and lives in the back house. And she's just always has a smile on her face. Aww. And it honestly, the way she just is so nice and loving and serving of people. And I know that's not who people would think that I would say, this person who started a movement. It's I know all those people. And I'm not really inspired by them because I feel like, I don't know, you see other things and other sides, and I think it's really about how you treat people one-on-one.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
So it's just her temperament with the smile thing and how positive she is in serving people and being lovely, that inspires me more than starting a movement.
Yay, I love that. So as we close down this episode, I wanted to ask you if there's anything that we didn't talk about that you want to mention before we close the show, and then also we're going to do one more quick thing.
Yeah. I would say just to just thank you for having me, and just I think to encourage people to, if you have a giving key already, to give it away. I think a lot of people have them and they're like, I don't want to give them away because it means so much. But the whole thing is, it's like, okay, make peace with that word and let it go. Whether it's fearless and like, okay, keep your eyes open. It's a challenge to keep your eyes off yourself and to, not be like in this narcissistic mentality, and keep your eyes open for someone else.
Say that again. The narcissistic
to not keep yourself in like a narcissistic headspace of like, I need this word and it's like graduate from the word, give it away, pass it on, keep your eyes open for someone else who needs it more than you, pass it on, pay it forward, and then you can now come up with a new word. Think of a new word you need in your life and buy yourself that new word and focus on the new thing, and that'll help you grow. What's your favorite word? I always say hope is my favorite word, because I think hope is the thing that everybody needs. Whether you are living and experiencing homelessness or a rich movie star who are usually sometimes more depressed than people that are living on the streets. Everyone needs hope. Yeah. So hope is my favorite word.
I would say my favorite word is believe. I just feel like people need to believe, not in just themselves, but in humanity.
Love that.
I feel like we stop believing.
Yeah.
So this is her jewelry. It's gorgeous. It's keys. This one doesn't have a word on it, I don't think, right?
Oh, it does. It's just tiny.
Oh, it's tiny.
It's tiny, tiny. This one says love.
Love, of course it does.
Everything says, like, even like the jewels have like a little a key next to it on the other ones, and they all have words on it.
And
this
you can
one says
see them
dream.
all. They're right here. If you give us a tusha, they're right there. They're available on
thegivingkeys.com.
Givingkeys.com. Are they available on Amazon?
We used to be, but not anymore. And I'll give you my friends and family code, which is friends25 for 25% off.
Ooh, 25% off if you guys want. Not even if you want. It's Christmas coming up. Oh, yeah. So get these for all of your family members.
They're
your
the best
mom,
gifts
your sister,
ever.
everyone.
Unisex. We have black ones. We have matte black ones. We have keychains. They're great for dads, moms, kids.
We did a thing, my family and I, about 3 years ago, where my sister brought bracelet kits. Aww. And you could actually stamp the word on the bracelet. So here's an idea for your family. Purchase, 20 of these, however many family members. Put them in, just put them on the table and let's see what words they gravitate to. This is fun. We can make it a game. It could be the, what's the Dirty Santa game, where you put it in a bag and everybody gets to pick theirs. So make sure that you guys purchase these in bulk. There's all kinds of incredible words that inspire you, inspire other people. Give them as gifts, family, friends, coworkers, everyone. And make sure you check them out on thegivingkeys.com. Yes. Thank you for being with us.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Caitlin Crosby, where can people follow you?
At Caitlin Crosby and at The Giving Keys on Instagram. And we are on TikTok now too. I need to get with the kids.
Yes.
When I'm on there, I just,
By the way, Caitlin and I might do a dance if we have time. I know she has to get back to her kids, but we're gonna see what we can work out. Okay, so we're gonna to end the show. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna flip the pages and you're gonna tell me when to stop.
Okay.
This is my book of inspirational one-liners.
Oh, I love that.
You ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Some people say you are going the wrong way, when it's simply a way of your own.
Yeah. I mean, the only way I can relate it is thinking about things at the Giving Keys. Like sometimes if I have ideas, and it's like maybe not on track with like the the perfect business plan like I was saying earlier, but
or the trends.
But having to stick to what I feel is inspirational and worth it.
All right, good. Well, thank you for being
Thank
here.
You for having me.
I thought that was perfect for you.
Cool.
Make sure you check out her books. They're available on Amazon, and then to get the keys, purchase a bunch, thegivingkeys.com. Follow her on Instagram. Caitlin Crosby and The Giving Keys. And thank you guys all for being here. Thank you, Caitlin. Please follow me on Instagram at Sally Colón, the number 1. You can follow me on TikTok at Cool Mom Sally. And this show is going to premiere in 2 weeks on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel at Sally Colón, the number 1. And thank you again for being with us. I appreciate you guys all. Thank you, Studio Place, for giving us the space. I'll see you guys next time on Welcome to My Clubhouse. Bye-bye.